See, you know, during that little rest period we had back there, a young fella come up to me and he said to me, he said, "Sir," he said, calling me by name, he said, "Sir," he said, "it looks to me like you got a pretty easy, lazy man's job just standing up there in front of that little old band waving your hands like that." Well, now, I will admit to a natural tendency towards laziness, but I don't want anybody, young or old, leaving here this evening thinking that leading a band like this is anything but a very difficult job, because that's exactly what it is. In a lot of ways, leading a band like this is well, it's like driving a 12-mule team, if you've ever had that experience. Well, there's about 12 reasons right there why it's like driving a 12. Each finger on each hand, you see, has got a job to do, and you got to keep them all busy all the time, or else you're going to end up in a ditch someplace. And, well, I'll tell you, you've been so nice to us this evening. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. Now, you watch closely, because chances are you ain't going to see this no place else. I'm going to show you how to lead a band like this. See these 4 fingers on my right hand? These 4 fingers are what I use to conduct the 4 cornets, the 4 horns across the front. Each one of these represents a you don't believe me? All right, I'll show you. Watch. Thank you. Now, these 4 fingers on my left hand now, I use those for the second row. These are the lower horns. I got my 2 altos here, and my tenor, and my baritone right there, and I'll show you how that works. So, I got my high horns in the right hand. Low horns in the left. Both together. Now, I got these 2 thumbs, you see. Now, when you're leading a band, you use your thumbs to conduct the piccolo and the tuba, you see, the top and the bottom of the band. And your 2 thumbs are, excuse me a minute. Yeah, this one's for the piccolo over here. Isn't that pretty? And this one's a tuba over here. Now, you put them all together.
They spell
Don't encourage them, for heaven's sakes. All together now. Here. All right, now that takes care of the horns, you see. But there's still some very important instruments up there that aren't being conducted. And I'm talking about the drums and the rhythm section. Now, every band conductor leads his drums a different way. Some band leaders lead them with their feet. They just go. Some of them even use their knees. I don't, because, well, it's kind of painful, actually, but I'll show you how it goes here anyway. I even knew one band director down here in Tennessee, you're not going to believe it. I even knew one band director down here in Tennessee had his drummer so well trained that he could conduct them with his eyebrows. He had them, they zeroed in on that, and they just worked great until one day they were out on one of these country roads. They were leading a circus parade, was what they were doing. And a little bit of dust blew up, and it got in his eyes. Well, by the time he got that dust all blinked out of his eyes, whole damn parade run off and left you. That's a fact. There's still some hollers today here in Tennessee where you'll find a big gray elephant with a tall pink hat on, just kind of wandering around, you know. Me, I like to use my elbows when I conduct the drums. I just go. So that takes care of the instruments. But what about tempo, you ask? Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. Because, you know, we don't worry so much about tempo anymore. We got these modern electrified, amplified bands. Man, you just plug them into a wall socket someplace and they'll rock and roll till a week from Tuesday or until they blow a fuse, one. But these old wind-up bands, like Mr. Jack Daniels' original silver cornet band, oh, you got to stay with them all the time. Because, well, let me show you what happens if you don't. Watch. And that's how you lead a band, see?